not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end, no dark is right, because their words had brought no light, and they do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
And we're live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this year's Clan Cup. Are you guys ready for this? Because me and Ethan are very excited. If you guys don't know, my name is Mutamu, and my other host is Ethan, also known as Pseudofox. This Clan Cup will be for 300 mil for first place, 180 mil second place, 90 mil third, and 30 mil for fourth place. We got a lot of teams. The first round will be to decide a bracket of 16. After that, we're going to go to a bracket of 8, and then we're going to go to semifinals, and then we're going to go to the championship round. Should take around 2.5 to 3 hours, so I hope you guys are got your popcorn ready, because it's going to be a fun few hours.
Just inspecting some inventories.
Right. We do have the power to look at inventories. We're going to be checking each team as they go. We'll be able to keep a pretty good eye on the teams this year, because there's only going to be 3 guys on each team, as you guys know. Whereas before, it was a little difficult to figure out what was happening, because it was 6v6. Now it's 3v3, make it a lot easier on us. And you guys will be able to figure out what's going on, even better.
In case you didn't get to see the tournament last time, some of the basic rules for those that are new here, I recommend pulling up the forum post so you can see how the map works. We're going to be in the deep wildy right next to the mage bank for most of these fights. A few different item caps that are going to be at play here. Each team's going to be limited to 1 Infernal Cape, 1 Ancestral Set, and 10 Cerebrews per player. Divine and Ellie's will not be allowed, nor will pre-EOC PvP items like Vesta, Zuriel, Morgans, etc. So you won't be seeing any of that at play here, so you'll see a lot of classic spec weapons, but I do expect teams to bring a few new things to the table like they do every time. Last time we saw a lot of Dragonfire shields use a spec weapon for their special, which was really interesting and unexpected, so I'm curious what we'll see this time.
Absolutely. And to answer the chat question, are we reading the chat? We are reading the chat, and this player averages about 300 players an hour. Not an hour, but just around total. I think right now there's actually a little bit more than that. Right now there's 313. But yeah, it usually averages out around 300.
We're reading chat all the time, so make
time.
sure you guys are
Always
interacting there.
Chat. We're going to get started here in just a minute. We got a lot of guys in the lobby getting hyped up. I see some frog masks. I see a lot of Ancestral, a lot of Arams. Looks like these guys are ready to roll.
Seeing a lot of spirit shields, lots and lots of spirit shields. Seeing one granite shield over here on this I Have Sex from El Loco Toro. I mean, the frog mask, the granite shield. This man looks like he's ready for success. Oh, the Zami staff there. I mean, he's ready to dominate.
He's ready to roll.
Yes.
I'd be shocked if he makes it far with that setup. El Loco Toro.
So,
go on.
I was just going to say to those in chat, myself and Mutamu, we've been PKing for a while. We do play Roat sometimes, but aren't on all the time, so we aren't totally ingrained in the clan setups and some of the rivalries, but we have gotten some back knowledge in the past and have played enough to know some of these players. We've also shoutcasted the other clan cups, so we've definitely seen some of these names before and are excited to see what others can do to overtake the people who have won the last tournament. So it's going to be interesting to see if they bring any new strategies to the table. Tyler, what were you going to go with?
Absolutely. Sorry, repeat that. You kind of cut out the end there.
What were you going to say? I didn't mean to cut you off at the beginning of that.
No, I was just going to say exactly what you said. I was just going to reintroduce ourselves to whoever was wondering.
Feels bad. I'm so mad. All right, let's
No, always gonna be those haters.
Oh yeah, dude. Okay, so we got to figure out this who the Frogmass team is, who they're a part of. So I think they're a part of We Have Sex, Like, I'm inspecting the different Frogmasters.
Right. They could be. It's a little hard to tell. I know a Boo with it.
He's on We Have Sex. And so is I
yeah.
Have Sex. I Have Sex is on We Have Sex.
All right, we got Dolphins versus 52% Belasting, Trump 2020 versus Lost PVMers 420, G Unit versus Spartans, and What's Left of ST versus Spartans 2. So it's like Spartans has 2 teams here already. Spartans showing out. Let's go ahead and start going to the lobbies of the games right now, Ethan.
Sounds good. Do we want to check? Is there anyone you want to check out in particular? Maybe the 52% Belasting. I mean, that's a name we've seen many times in these tournaments. Spartans have also been real regulars.
Yeah. I say we check out the Spartans versus G Unit to start.
Sounds good. We've got about 2 minutes until the game starts. Just so everyone knows, this is to create a perfect bracket of 16. So these teams are actually vying for spots in the tournament, and it's going to be really interesting to see who gets to compete in the full bracket and get to try to win their way to victory.
I mean, there's a lot at stake for this fight, too. Not only do you get bragging rights, but you get a pretty big chunk of money. Apparently, this is a classic fight, G Unit versus Spartans. Apparently, they've been fighting for quite some time. Looks like we got a rivalry match.
Looking at the gear here, looks like J Blind is rocking some great gear. He's got the Ancestral set for his team. Gonna be looking for him to really carry here. He's also got the Infernal Cape. Gonna be interesting to see what he brings to the table, if he's able to carry for his team and really use that extra damage to dominate the G Unit folks over there. I wonder who has the Ancestral on the G Unit end. It looks like Key Tracker does.
And for anybody wondering, we will have a bracket online that will be updating live. That bracket will be made after this round, so we have a perfect bracket. So as of right now, there is no official bracket made, but there will be very soon. And yeah. And like we always used to talk about, Ethan, it's so important that first death, whoever dies first, especially when it's 3v3, that first person to die is going to take a huge toll for their team. Because once you can get, tag teamed off, like you're at a huge disadvantage. So you don't want to be the first guy down in these matches.
Absolutely, it's going to be really interesting to see.
They're in the arena now.
It's going to be really interesting to see how these guys are able to approach that first kill, because in the past with 5 people, especially when it was a multi-fight, there was a lot of piling that would go on, and some teams would go straight to specs, trying to just kill somebody right away. I wonder if teams are going to go with that same strategy here, or if they're going to go for something different and maybe try to spread that out a little bit. We've got the Spartans DDing in the southwest below Mage Bank.
I'll go try and find the other team real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to teleport over to them really quick. Looks like they're southeast of the lava maze here, below the resource collection area. Just chilling.
We got Chopper 65, Key Tracker, and Fogus.
I wonder who will approach first. It looks like the Spartans have heard that they're on the other side and are taking a move.
Yep.
Gonna go ahead and follow Tess here. Interested to see how G Unit reacts to this aggression.
Looks like these guys are ready to go, Ethan.
Coming in from the top of the resource area up here.
So it looks like G Unit is just going to be camping their ground, waiting for Spartans to come rushing in. Looks like Spartans are on the way right now. Looks like they're going to meet probably right outside the lava.
Looks to be the case. The Spartans actually stopped here, just north of the resource collection area.
Yep.
Let's check these other fights really fast, see if any action's going on.
All right. Oh, it looks like the last fight of
What's left in Spartans 2
has already started. Yeah, we got Sophia fighting Iwagi 328. Sophia actually brought out the Ballista. Interesting tactic. Ballista's slow but hits hard. We got King versus Marshmallow Can. Just spec'ing 30 with the HS spec there.
Do we have Ancestral on these teams? We do. Vegas has the Ancestral for his team up at the top, actually fighting the other Ancestral set on Glock. It's going to be really interesting to see who goes down first there, bringing that power play to their team, having that third member with Ancestral and killing the other.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go check out the 52% Blastic fight real quick. They've also started.
I have a feeling that Spartans fight is going to start soon, too.
Yeah, we'll definitely check that out too. We got Inu over here with the Ancestral set. Looks like he might be the leader of this clan. No Warning fighting him also with Ancestral.
So we are seeing a lot of Ancestral fighting Ancestral. I think it's smart of the teams to be putting those members on each other, trying to make sure they don't get down to that 2v3 situation too quickly by putting an Ancestral member up against somebody who does not have Ancestral.
Right, it makes it a more fair fight for sure.
Definitely.
Let's go ahead and check out the Spartans versus G-Unit fight. They have met up and they have begun fighting.
Looks like the wall is actually going to be coming in here soon, putting some pressure on their east side.
Oh, you're right.
So we've got Ancestral up top on Key Tracker fighting Tess, who I believe also has... Actually, no, I believe it's J-Blind who has the Ancestral. So in this fight, we've got Ancestral fighting non-Ancestral in both cases. Going to be really interesting to see.
And he just whacks a 49 there.
My goodness.
Big hit with an HS whack. Looks like we got King Controller in the chat being a big fan of 52% Blasting.
J-Blind is completely out of all non-brew food. So that's interesting to see. It looks like a lot of these guys are brewed up.
Oh, and the fog is coming in here.
One more move on that fire, and these guys are going to start taking a lot of damage.
Absolutely. So far, no one has died in any of these fights. Each player is allowed to have 10 brews, so these fights could take quite a bit of time.
Man, Key Tracker is really doing some work here against J-Blind.
I was noticing the same exact thing. Key Tracker is putting the team on his back right now. Great movement, great armor switching. Now he's doing some DDing fighting. Very impressive. Fortunately for him, he can't catch a freeze right now.
Here comes the fire.
Closer. These guys got to make a move.
Fogus got caught in that.
He got out of it, though.
He was just in that exemption period for getting refrozen. The animation went, but he was invulnerable to a freeze for a bit longer there. Really lucky for him.
Right. They got to be careful, though, because the fog's going to keep on getting closer and closer. They got to make sure that they're not frozen right next to it, because you can take a lot of damage.
Put you at a huge disadvantage. J-Blind hitting a 0 there on Key Tracker with the AGS spec.
And we can see some more DD fighting here, which is a pretty good tactic to use in these situations. Definitely helps you save some food and be a little bit more unpredictable.
Chopper's fighting Tess here, under focus. Oh, here comes the fire.
Oh, here
this is
comes.
really bad.
All of them are taking a lot of damage.
This is a really interesting situation because they're getting caught here on this peninsula, and they either have to run through the fire to get out of it, or they have to fight on this little piece of land knowing that the fire is just going to come in and take them in a second. Down goes J Blind.
I think they're gonna, yeah, down goes J Blind.
First
So now
dead
it's
for the
2-3.
Spartans. Looks like they're going around. Trying to. Down goes Chopper.
And Chopper's dead.
2v2.
2 weapons, focus, key tracker, and Test FXY, or yeah, is they're still left. And it looks like Test is actually barraging from the safe zone, which is very smart. He's got them all frozen there.
Oh my god, a
And
huge
we
amount of
got
damage.
Both players dying there. Wow.
Key Tracker's in a bad spot here in the fire, just using an unnecessary amount of food to stay alive. It looks like
No
Tess
chance he
is...
wins. He's got 2 doses of brew left, and Tess has about 4.5.
All right, so this is game over. We're going to see the first game here go to the Spartans. Let's go ahead and jump to one of these other fights really fast. Looks like
Absolutely.
Trump 2020 versus Lost PVMers 420. Oh, that game is already over. Never mind. That's why it's 3v3. Looks like 52%.
Spartans versus G Unit. Or that's just the fight we were just watching.
Yep, we're at 52% blasting versus the Dolphins here. Last player on each team, we've got the head of 52% blasting, if I remember correctly, LKJHGFDSAL123, the god, versus Demonic Dan, and 52% wins that fight.
That was a really good win by 52% blasting. They got a huge advantage by trapping the other team in the fire. They got to make sure, the other team has to make sure that does not happen again in this next round.
Really interesting to see where the Spartans and G Unit fought that last time. I mean, that was an interesting place to take it up. I mean, okay, we've got Trump 2020 versus Lost PBMers 420 getting into their second game here.
Let's go check it out.
Going to be following Trump overall. See if the other team is taking a more aggressive
Roat Pkz
approach.
is only 109 combat. Looks like he's med. Interesting. Wow,
That's very interesting.
I don't know why he's on the max account. That definitely is a big disadvantage there, too. Be a big power move if they win this one.
Huge. It looks like they lost the first game. Makes sense.
They did lose. It does make sense.
With Bo Buckets being a med.
And the fight has begun. Looks like X Hellgates is trying to do some DCB hits while in Arams. And Trump overall taking a massive declaw spec there. Oh, it looks like What a Boss is here, who is a very known PK around here. He's in Lost PVMers 420.
Looks like
Boss is
Bo
putting in a lot of work.
Bo also only has 1 brew.
What? He only has 1 brew. What? Interesting
That's
tactic
funny.
there.
All right, I think LMFAO on the other end of that fight is going to win with his ancestral set.
Right.
All right, let's go ahead and jump to one of these other fights. Let's go run over to the What's Left of ST and Spartans 2 fight. Looks like one member is running away to the northeast. Vegas is trying to get away from King Arturia. Trying to create some distance there.
Yeah, he is.
Marshmallowton taking a good bit of damage, but separating himself.
We got LMFAO fighting Roat Pkz, who has only used 1 or 2 food this entire fight, and Roat Pkz is nearly out. An absolutely domination.
Wonder if the 52% blasting fight has gotten started. That has. Looks like we've got Inu doing a lot of damage to random letters up here. Huge claw spec coming in on Demonic Dan from No Warning. No Warning here on 52% blasting, doing work on Demonic Dan. It looks like 52% blasting, setting themselves up for a really good fight here again. Really good there on VP, getting his melee prayer up quickly on that first declaw spec. Not taking a lot of damage on the second declaw spec.
And it's really smart to get your specs out at the beginning of the fight so you can regain spec and, you know, potentially use that again in the fight. You don't want to wait to use your spec and not have it any chance of it regaining. So we're seeing a lot of smart moves here. Jinx is doing quite a lot of damage on VP though. The constant switch back to the tank gear in between barrages. Very impressive. That nice one-tick barrage right there. Ooh, a
huge
38 barrage.
Wow.
Another 38. Back-to-back 38s. Goes in for the stat bash. Unfortunately, he hits a 0. Looks like VP is, you know, on an eating spree right now. He can't put out any damage because he's eating too much. 24 ballista hit. Jinx is really just dominating this fight.
And if you look over at No Warning versus Dan over there, I mean, No Warning from 52% is also just dominating that 1v1. So 52% in a really great situation here. Let's check out this last fight. It looks like Random Letters versus Inu. Random Letters is doing pretty well. So, I mean, it looks like 52% blasting is in a great position to win this fight. Wow, No Warning gets taken out of nowhere by Dan.
Huge declaw. Unbelievable performance by Dan.
Wow, that was absolutely crazy.
That was nasty. We got Inu fighting LKJ. Let's go ahead and see what their inventories look like. Looks like Inu is at a little bit of a disadvantage here. He's a little bit lower food, but he does have better gear.
VP is about to be out here, so Jinx is definitely going to win that side of the fight. But now with Dan having won his 1v1, that just changes it up entirely, because before 52% was ahead, but now they've got an extra mana on the Dolphin side.
And you have to ask yourself, why is Dan not tag teaming? This is what they should be doing. They should be DDing and tag teaming the other team to make it more unpredictable and help each other, you know, save food.
Absolutely.
Oh, and here he's taking our advice right now. He's barraging a 36 on Jinx, going back into tank gear and bolting in 8s. And he uses his DFS spec for a 15. Jinx taking a lot of damage. He's on 3 brews and 1 dose left. VP completely out of food. And 54 HP, no food. Goes in for the hit on Jinx. Goes for declaw spec. Unfortunately, it's not enough to kill him. Jinx, VP very, very low. Jinx trying to kill him with the ballista, and he does. Takes him out with that recoil hit as well.
So Dan just hops right back in against Jinx. And Dan is up a huge... Actually, Dan isn't even up that much. Dan only has an extra brew.
Yeah, this fight could go either way right now. Dan's doing pretty well with the DDing, running back, taking a big hit. You can't leave yourself that vulnerable. He doesn't have range pair up, and he's in mage robes. That is just a recipe for disaster right there. And pun intended.
Inu is also getting really low against Random Letters over here, so only 1 brew dose left. Using that right now, Inu is out of food completely. Going for the spec.
Yeah.
Wow.
Big spec there. It looks like LKJ's about to have a spec left. He's at 40% right now. So if he gets another spec left, that could be game over for Inu.
He's back at 50%.
He's back at 50%. Inu is just about to be taken out here. He's got the Retribution Prayer up. Redemption Prayer, excuse me. And Inu's been taken out. Looks like Dan, very low HP, but still has bruise left. He's keeping very low HP. He can get taken out very easily. And he just survives the declaw spec. Wow.
That was so
Dan could
close.
still potentially win this fight. Dan could definitely win this fight still, even though it's 2v1. It looks like Gen X has 3 doses of brew left, and LKJ has no brews left.
Dan is now out of brews. The 6
Dan's
prayer.
out, yeah. Oh, a staff bash. You don't like to see that. Oh, he's got no restores. That's a good point by Roat Pkz.
Gen X coming in with that declaw spec, really going to put Dan in the put that nail in the coffin.
They win that fight. Yeah. Unfortunately, not much you could do about that.
Back into the Spartans versus G Unit fight here. Spartans down a member, G Unit up 1. Looks like Chopper won his fight at the beginning of this, which is really good for G Unit being down 1-0 against Spartans.
We got Focus trying to put in some movement here while he's on Frozen, and they 2 weapons, catches the freeze, runs in, is right next to him, takes out another barrage for a 9, runs under him, but unfortunately takes 22 off that bolt. Oh, we got an AGS whack on him for a 10. Looks like his teammate is helping him out. We got Key Tracker trying to fight Tex. Or Tess, sorry.
Copper just came into that fight.
It is 3 rounds.
Aggro.
So if Spartans wins this fight, they will move on to the next rounds. Although Spartans is down 2 to 3 members right now.
Chopper is actually out of bruise though after his original fight and only has 31 HP, 26 HP after getting hit by that poison. So he's not in an advantageous situation to be taking another fight. Looks like Key Tracker's now out of food as well. Tess is going to win that one. Key Tracker going down for G Unit.
Taken out.
Looks like Spartans might win despite the 3-2 advantage that G Unit had. They're up now 2-1.
Wow.
Yep. What a
they
flip.
are up 2-1, you're right. What a big change.
Focus only has 2 brew doses left on the G Unit end as well. I mean, it's just not looking good. Oh, big 49 there on 2 weapons though
Big.
from Focus.
Yeah. And he's taken out with a barrage there.
All right, Spartans win.
Spartans win. Now let's go check out the Spartans 2 versus what's left of Solid Tag.
Absolutely. 3v3 here still. 1-1 as well. So this is the last fight. It looks like this actually might just be getting started. A lot of these players' inventories are very fresh. So this is deciding game 3. Big spec onto Marshmallowcon up there with the D-Claws from Glock.
Sophia with the Ballista. I like to see the Ballista. It definitely makes it very scary to take a ranged prayer hit off of prayer.
Absolutely. Even when you lose all of their spec, they could potentially come in with a big 50 hit. So
yeah, and Iwagi just had a big 29 bolt on Sophia, and there's a 28 again right there. Looks like Iwagi is putting in some work right now, man. You see Iwagi's health right now? He's keeping it low right now to make sure that his damage output stays pretty high. But you got to be careful because if Sophia gets a ballista spec off prayer, he could be taken out. Looks like he's eating up now, though.
Marshmallow with some huge mage hits up on Glock there. Multiple 20s in a row, even on Mage Prayer.
Ooh, 37 on Iwagi with the Ballista. Sophia going for the barrage, cannot catch a freeze. Runs closer, goes for the Ballista again on range prayer, hits a 0. Iwagi doing a great job of putting the right prayers up. Iwagi's turning this fight around with a 33 barrage. It looks like Glock just took a 33 from Marshmallow. Let's check out their food. Looks like Glock is lower than Marshmallow right now.
Marshmallow's definitely been putting in the damage.
Yeah. Let's check out Iwagi and Sophia. Looks like Sophia's in the lead here.
Big spec onto King Arturia there from Vegas with the D-Claws. DFS coming in from Marshmallow on Glock.
Just want to give a shout out to Sun, the man in chat, checking out the stream. Yes, this is Mutamu. Thanks, Himsy, for saying epic stream. We're trying. Looks like King Arturo has taken a 33 barrage right there. He goes in for the AGS spec on melee prayer. It's a 0. He needed that. He needed that to hit right there because Vegas is up on Bruise right now.
Glock just got comboed hard again by Marshmallow. Down low.
Dude, Vegas is absolutely destroying King Arturo right now. He's going in for the DD style fighting right now. He's full HP and full of Bruise right now. He's got some good movement going on right now. He's making sure to camp tank prayer or tank gear as King is hitting him with each hit. I gotta say, Vegas is really performing very well right now. And this fight is 1-1, so the winner of this will go on to the next round. The loser will be eliminated.
Looks like chat is in favor of Spartans 2 here, saying ST is not a clan team favorite for sure.
We've seen ST stands for Solid Tag, just so you know, Ethan, and we've seen Solid Tag play in almost every single clan cup so far.
So it's what's left
has
of
a
them.
name. Yeah, it's what's left of them. Looks like they are kind of falling out right on this server at least.
Looks like the community sentiment has gone that way too.
I've actually PK'd with a few Solid Tag members on the real game, and they are all very talented PKers. I'm not sure about the people on this server in this clan, but the rest of the team does seem to be very good.
King Arturia going
King Arturo
down.
getting taken out. I told you, Vegas was putting in work there, man.
Glock
Vegas
low
still
getting
has two
taken by
full
Vegas.
boosts and wow, Glock, even though Glock is a great PKer, could not take out Vegas there.
What's left of ST definitely going to be taking this one.
Yeah, Spartans 2 only has Sophia left. It's 3 versus 1 right now.
Got some BM going on
this fight
in game.
Oh, big time. Always. There always will be. And here comes the fog. And Sophia is just about out.
All right, now we've got 16 clans left.
All right, the round of 16. is the round 16 will be taking place right now. We will be getting a live bracket posted so you guys can all keep up with it.
I'm actually going to go ahead and hop clients really fast, so I will be transitioning to do that really quick. Beautiful, and we're transitioned back in. So looks like we are back into the lobbies. Let's go ahead and pull up that bracket as well.
Just waiting on Guitar to send me the bracket.
We'll make sure to forward that bracket along in chat so that everybody can keep up with it. If anybody wants to see a particular fight, if everybody's just dying to see a certain fight, make sure you call that out in chat. We are getting the bracket up right now.
We will watch We Have Sex in this next fight.
So who is We Have Sex going up against first? All right, that's going to be an interesting fight.
Wow, I cannot believe that We Have Sex actually made it past the round of 16, or the first round, to make it into the round of 16. With the frog masks, they've got some swag.
They're really rocking weird gear. I mean, Baba Jack here.
They got a hunter's crossbow, a Saradomin sword. They are in absolute troll gear. If they win this fight, I will be absolutely shook.
Baba Jack has a Staff of Light. It's pretty great. For some reason, I Have Sex has a Rune Defender. And I Know Abu has a Rune Kite Shield.
Interesting.
I mean, I Have Sex is also wearing a Granite Shield, so...
Looks like Brayden would like to watch the Solid Tag versus Spartans fight as well. So make sure we catch that.
Looks like that fight is starting in 30 seconds. No troll gear going on in the Spartans versus Solid Tag fight.
Yep. And wait, okay, I want you to keep an eye on Vegas. Vegas is very, very good.
That's definitely something we can do.
All right, and it looks like the guys have entered the arena.
All right, I'm following Vegas. See how this goes. Where are they going to take up position? They're going around the vents. This was a very popular place in the last Clan Cup to have fights. Lots of movement ability around these vents to catch people on odd edges where they don't expect. Going for the
They can definitely
DD.
do some hugging from these. Yeah, they can definitely do some good hugging and some good movement from these vents. They can also trap guys in a location where the fog will get them, and that can be very dangerous.
Looks like Solid Tag is on the other side hugging those vents, so we've got them just sort of mirroring each other.
Let's go check out the We Have Sex fight.
Let's do it. All right. Let's go. I'm going to go to the We Have Sex side, see where these guys are. Way out by the fire to the southeast of the resource gate.
And we have the bracket fully up now, and we will share that link with you guys in chat right now. Thank you, Gritard, for hopping on that very quickly. All right, I see We Have Sex racking the the troll gear. I'm telling you, if they win, they could be the best team here if they win this fight. I will be amazed.
The 52% blasting fight has actually already gotten underway. Looks like Gen X has just did a bunch of damage to LMFAO.
Let's go check it out. Looks like Ree is, he's camping pretty like middle HP right now, not eating the full. Against Gen X. Now he's eating the full right now. Actually just blitzed to 20. It's a lot of damage for a blitz there.
Ghidra going in for the D-Claw spec and hitting basically nothing on melee prey of No Warning, but then hitting a huge hit on No Warning, getting it really low. LKJ doing a lot of damage to What a Boss.
Let's check out the Black Gang fight too.
Let's do it. Versus Vum. All right, they aren't fighting yet. I'm gonna go ahead and hop back to. Wait, it's 2v3 though. So did Vum lose some players? They did. They lost somebody.
They must have had a DC or something.
Very unfortunate. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and hop back to the Run versus Capybara. See if these guys have engaged yet.
The We Have Sex fight has started too. And it looks like Baba Jack's getting trapped in the fog right now. He got out of it, but if he gets frozen here, he could be in some serious danger.
Yeah, I mean, I Have Sex and Watch Under and I Know Abu are all in the fog right now.
Wow.
Just enjoying themselves.
Having a good old time.
Trying to catch some freezes on these folks outside of in the fog or in the fire. I mean, that would be huge. And wow, I know like Abu goes down.
Abu has been taken out. Oh my God, they're getting absolutely hammered here. I Have Sex getting, absolutely destroyed.
Baba Jack just died as well.
AGS spec.
All right, I'm gonna head back to the Spartans versus Solid Tag fight. See how that's going. Looks like Vegas here, fighting against two weapons, up a little bit of food, but not a lot.
This is a fight I've been waiting to see, two weapons versus Vegas. I think Vegas is going to be one of my favorite PKers in this tournament right now.
Leading the what's left of ST clan, I mean, Vegas definitely has a big responsibility here to put his team on his back.
Two weapons going for the DD. Gets frozen outside the DD. Great freeze by Vegas. Goes in for the bolt. 21 bolt off prayer. Vegas getting almost all of his hits off prayer. Very low declaw spec, but it was off prayer. Another bolt off prayer. 35. The past 5 hits from Vegas have been off prayer, except for that one. That barrage was on prayer, but he was able to hit a 15. No, if you get, the more hits you get off prayer, the more control you have over the fight. Looks like Vegas is spamming the question mark. Talking a little bit of trash to two weapons. Looks like Marshmallow is destroying J-Blind.
Huge spec there coming in from Marshmallow. Marshmallow dominated his last fight too. I mean, Marshmallow's showing up really strong here for what's left of ST.
Ooh, we get a 0 DFS spec. Very unfortunate there. He could have taken out J-Blind there. J-Blind not eating up to full, even though he has more brews. Ooh, and 0 AGS whack off prayer. J-Blind getting lucky with that hit there.
What is J-Blind going to do here, trying to avoid any damage, being completely out of food, running away from the fire, getting frozen though. Huge hits from Marshmallow, going to take him out anytime now. We've got 2 weapons going, or we've got Vegas going for the DD on 2 weapons.
Ooh, and Javon been taken out with a set 37 AGS whack. Let's go check out this Vegas 2 weapons fight. Looks like Vegas has a lot of food left. 2 weapons is a little bit lower, but still has a decent amount left.
Huge
like
hit
Black
there on
Ink
a
has some-
marshmallow.
Has a T beer on their team. Let's go check that out real quick.
Who is that?
Black Gang.
Versus Vum.
Let's see what they have. It looks like Final. Final has a ZGS and Darox plate legs with full armadillo. He's an absolute tank gear with a D spear to spec people. Very interesting setup here. Contemptible is being absolutely dominated here as well. Rules are rules. Still have 3. He still has 3 brews left.
Contemptible, taking a lot of damage, sitting at that low HP. Very low on Sanfu serums, not wanting to brew up until he has to. Getting really lucky there with that whip hit off prayer.
Oh yeah. Gennady has like 5 brews left, so he's looking pretty good. And Contemptible being taken out. Look at Final. Look at Final's inventory setup right now, Ethan.
I know.
Look how many brews this guy has left. Unbelievable.
How many is that?
It's 10. He can't have more than 10.
I'm counting an interesting number that I will not bring up. That's
Oh yeah, it is 11. He's got 11. We gotta have Guitar look into this one.
Yep.
Can we have the officials please do a check on this inventory? Oh, max tap is 12, I believe.
I believe the cap is 10 brews per player.
I
for
also
this
think it's
particular-
10. Looks like the chat is saying 12.
I do not believe that's true for
Okay.
this tournament, even though that has been the case in the past.
I agree. Let's go check out We Have Sex. Just so you guys know, nothing gets past Ethan and I. We see everything.
Incredible moderators. All right, We Have Sex is not engaged yet.
Not engaged. Let's go check out another fight until they fight. Let's check out the run. No, never mind. Don't check out the run.
I Have Sex has an
Dizzy.
Abi Maul on him. Just bringing that up. Let's go to that last fight. Sad Game Hole versus Kashiyar. Oh, that's done.
They haven't started yet.
Rat Lords versus Nature, not started. The Run versus Capybara, not started. I like it. 52% Belasting is still in a fight versus Lost PVMers. Wow, a huge 60 coming out there against LKJ from LMFAO.
The brew cap is 10. Looks like Final has dropped one of his brews to make it fair. We'll have Guitar look into it and see what he wants to do moving forward. If he is cheating, I don't think it was maliciously. I think he might have made a mistake.
When gearing.
And
Yep.
unfortunately for the fight, he wasn't even able to use it, so the fight has still been fair.
He may have even been at a disadvantage not being able to bring other gear since he didn't get to use that brew.
Exactly.
This 52% fight here looks like it just got started a little bit before we hopped in. Gen X going for his spec there on What a Boss, but doing very little damage on Prayer.
Yep.
LMFAO looks like kind of running a train up here against or LKJ. Just doing so much damage. LKJ does not seem to be able to output nearly as much back.
What a Boss getting a 33 barrage on Gen X. Gen X trying to use that tree to get some hugging action in. Hit a 14 ballista shot. A 33 barrage on What a Boss. Big hit there. And he gets a ballista hit off prayer. Unfortunately, it was a 0. What a Boss still has quite a lot of food left, but so does Gen X.
LKJ really turned around the damage output. As soon as I was saying something about LMFAO, he's put the pressure back on LMFAO. LMFAO has been using a lot of food. Definitely not tied up completely yet, but back in the right direction for the 52% blasting team.
Absolutely.
Ghidra going for a spec on prayer against No Warning, not hitting much. No Warning is definitely up in food against Deidre, so that's another big plus for 52%, even if LMFAO does win the fight here against LKJ.
Right.
Declaw spec coming in against What a Boss. They're not doing a ton of damage, but those two are getting really low on food, both Gen X and What a Boss. One of those two will be going down soon. No Warning takes out the Lost PVMers Ghidra up there. Wow. Did not see that coming.
And Lost PVMers is down 3-2. Big disadvantage here.
Ghidra was not the member with Ancestrals. That would be What a Boss down there fighting Gen X, but Gen X has been doing really well against What a Boss for not having that Ancestral to fight back. I mean,
Right.
What a Boss saying, ban this ballista. The ballista's really been doing a ton of work for Gen X. I saw a 60 come out earlier off prayer. I mean, just really great hits.
Yeah, Gen X is definitely taking the win, it looks like, so far. Gen X still has about 2.5 doses of brew versus What a Boss has 1 dose left.
Both at 20% spec, so it doesn't look like What a Boss is going to be able to pull anything out just and surprise Gen X with anything.
Ooh, but a 32 barrage. Big hit there. What about staying alive, but just barely?
The more brew doses he can take off Gen X, the better. I mean,
Absolutely. And he's been taken out, but was able to get a 14 and a 2 as he went down.
3v1 now.
Let's go ahead and check out the Spartans fight.
Solid Tag won that first game. Let's see if they're gonna lose this one with being down a player already this early into the fight. 2 weapons took out. Who did they take out? 2 weapons took out Vegas very early on, it looks like. So that's a huge turn for the Solid Tag team trying to take this second game. Or excuse me, for the Spartans team.
27. Ewagi taking 27-27 declaw spec. He's running away. 2 weapons trying to catch a freeze, and looks like he can't catch it yet. And he caught it with a 1 and is now DDing.
Marshmallow down here DDing on top of Tess, but J-Blind comes in with the AGS spec, taking the aggro. Tess going to support that Iwagi versus 2 weapons fight. So Tess, they're saying that Tess actually killed Vegas, not 2 weapons here. So huge kill for Tess.
Oh, wow.
61 coming out from Tess against Iwagi there too. I mean, that's a huge AGS spec.
Wow. Ewagi still has quite a lot of food left though.
Tess is getting a lot of off-prayer hits. Marshmallow is going to really need to pull something out here against J Blind. Something unexpected.
Yep.
J Blind with the 1 off prayer AJS spec. Really unfortunate.
And Tess is putting some work on Ewok here right now. Ewok, about 2.5 doses of brew left versus about 6.5 from Tess. But what's left of Solitag is up 1-0 in the series, even though they're down 3-2 right now in players.
Marshmallow with so little food left in his inventory, it's going to be really hard for him to turn this around. Getting 2 27s hit against him. They're off prayer with that D-Claw spec. I think I'm going to hop over to another fight now with Rat Lords versus Nature. See how that fight is going.
Let's check.
It looks like Rat Lords are actually just brought it to 3-1. Oh, they just killed everybody. Okay, Rat Lords wins. Back to the Black Gang fight. Let's see how they're doing versus Vum here. Last Vum member alive rules with no food left, so Black Gang definitely going to take this one and win 2-0 here, down with the 41 against rules. Beautiful from Vum. Back into the Spartans fight.
Still 3-2. And looks like Marshmallow has been taken out. And it's 3-1. And Iwagi is very low on food. Looks like J Blind and the boys are going to move on.
Well,
Or
this
rather,
is
they're
actually
gonna
going to tie it
go another
1-1.
round. Right. So they're fighting. If they win this, they will continue to stay for the next round. Looks like they're all just trading specs right now.
Iwagi with a frowny face, not enjoying this.
Can't be fun for him right now. Cannot be fun.
If you all see anything awesome while we're and that we might miss, or even if we see it, make sure you're clipping that on Twitch so we can be sharing those around and saving those favorite memories from this Clan Cup.
Absolutely. There is no one else streaming the fights right now. This is the only way you can view it. It's hard for us to see everything, guys. We're trying to do the best we can. All right, let's go ahead and check another fight, Ethan. Oh, actually, there's no fights going on right now.
We are waiting for the next round.
We will tell Guitar to see if we can add an option to view other fights from in-game. Is Vegas Hamza? If Vegas is Hamza, that's crazy. Hamza is an unbelievable PK.
45 seconds until this next fight between Spartans and Solid Tag. This will be the deciding game for who will move on in the bracket. Make sure you pull up that bracket if you haven't already. We'll be getting these updates in ASAP so you can follow along. I'm really interested to watch Tess at the beginning of this fight, having taken Vegas out so early last time.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to watch.
Tess calling his team back. It was a disconnect on Vegas's side. That's super unfortunate if that's the case.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate.
Vegas is actually off on his own. There's the rest of his team. Spartans are still just sitting down here on this vent. Tess is watching the north side. Tess is pulling the team now.
Tess is trying to pull his team over.
Vegas moved north with his team, hugging the rock up there. Tess might be utilizing that information to engage now.
Yep, absolutely. And it looks like the fight has started.
Fight coming out right away from Vegas onto Tess, hitting very little with the D-claws. Smart to get it out early, though.
Absolutely. We do know these fights are going to last quite a bit of time, so they're going to have time to regain that spec back. So you might as well get it off early.
Specs coming out down there from Marshmallow and from 2 Weapons. 72 coming out on Iwagi from J-Blind. That was a huge hit.
Wow.
Two Weapons doing a good bit of damage to Marshmallow up here, making Marshmallow use a lot more brews than he has so far.
Tess in Vegas, it looks like they have the same amount of brews left right now. 2 Weapons and Marshmallow. Marshmallow might be a little bit below 2 Weapons right now. I would say, though, that the Arcane Spiritual might put you at a disadvantage, given that the DFS can do a lot of damage with its special attack.
I've seen a few people, I think Tess included, that are running both. Marshmallow's definitely running both. Tess is running both. It's interesting to see how and when they switch between those two shields, because like you were saying there, having that DFS for the damage is important, but the Arcane, especially when maging, seems to be really great, especially mixed with that Ancestral for Vegas, hitting huge barrages sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, the Arcane definitely is the best mage bonus shield in the game. And to be fair, it does have very good defense bonuses as well. But you gotta think that the DFS might give you a little bit of an advantage just because of the damage output.
I wonder if it's worth bringing the Ancestral for when you are maging, or if it's more worth it to just bring the DFS and have that extra slot of food. I guess we'll see how that plays out for these players here.
Absolutely. $25 AGS spec coming from Tess, and a 48 to follow. He just double AGS spec there. I don't think Vegas saw that coming. Two weapons and Marshmallow's fighting each other right now. You can see Marshmallow doing some DD fighting. Ooh, bolting at 25 on prayer. Big bolt there. A 0 whack though, that hurts. You don't like to see that. 15 whack on prayer.
Checking in on Tess and Vegas's inventory, it looks like they're really, really even on food here. Tess actually just hopped over to Marshmallow though. Marshmallow's out of food. Tess with a good AGS whack there, getting Marshmallow low. Marshmallow trying to flick Redemption Prayer, but I don't know if he'll be able to get a heal off. Got the Redemption heal. Tess going for the AGS whack. Zero AGS spec.
AGS spec.
Wow.
And Marshall's been taken out with a 19 barrage. That
This
hit was
is
not
the-
low enough to trigger Redemption.
This is the last game of top 16, so we'll be seeing who moves on here. Spartans versus versus Solid Tag.
AGS is always either 75 or 0 spec. We all know that, boys.
J-Blind, 1 dose left here against Awagi. Awagi also has 1 dose left of brew, using that just now. J-Blind not wanting to brew down, getting taken out.
And Ewagi, oh, J-Blind. Yeah, J-Blind's been out of the game. But Ewagi's out of food and at 3 HP right now.
Yeah, it looks like Vegas, Tess will take out Awagi there. And we've got 1 left on Solid Tag. We've got 2 weapons versus Vegas. Vegas is the last man on Solid Tag left.
I want you to watch this, Ethan. Vegas is probably the best PKer in this tournament. If he is Hamzi, just watch this. This guy is unbelievable.
Looks like Tess has only 1 brew dose left. So does 2 weapons. I mean, Vegas could easily win this. Pulling out incredible...
I'm going to go ahead and say that Hamzi is like the LeBron James of basketball right now. Watch this. He's about to put the team on his back. 26 barrage. Can we get a Hamzi spamming in the chat right now, everybody?
See if Hamzi can pull off this 2v1. That'd be pretty incredible.
The LeBron James of PKing. Yes, sorry. You know what I meant, guys. And he took out 2 weapons. Watch this, guys. This is going to be unbelievable. This is going to be the performance of the entire tournament. Both players out. Vegas is going to take the win here. Oh my gosh. Killing him with the 18 barrage. What did I tell you guys? He DC'd in that fight and still won. Unbelievable. Let's get a Hamzi spamming in the chat, everybody. Wow. Unbelievable performance. Unbelievable. Can Hamzi be defeated in best out of 3? I don't know, guys. That epic 2v1 comeback.
Somebody didn't clip that. I mean,
Yeah.
52% belasting versus what's left of ST. Going up next. We've got Rat Lords versus Kashayar.
That was unbelievable, guys. I'm still in shock by that performance. I think that Hamzi should change his name in all games to LeBron James. Someone should give him that gamer tag. The man deserves it. LeBron Hamzi James. All right, let's go show the Rattlers fight, Ethan.
Sounds like a good plan.
They haven't started yet.
None of the fights have started, I believe. So Rat Lords did come out on top of Nature. Makes sense. So we've got Rat Lords going up against Kashayar. Black Gang ended up defeating them, and Dizzy defeated Naughty Noahs to come out on top. So Black Gang versus Dizzy here. It looks like We Have Sex did lose in the first round, so they will not be progressing forward. So that's unfortunate for We Have Sex and the Frogmask Gang. Looks like the run on the other end is coming up, beating Capybaras, and 52% blasting versus what's left of ST. I'm surprised to see Spartans drop out so early, but I mean, solid tag has always been super solid.
Both Spartans being taken out already. That's crazy. All right, for the 52% blasting for solid tag fight, let's get in the chat. Who do you think is gonna win this fight, guys? Go ahead and spam the winner of that fight. Who do we think, guys? Who do we think? Ernie giving his team some advice, saying, "K, don't panic." Unbelievable words, Ernie. Unbelievable. Ernie could be an inspirational speaker for all I know.
Must be. Which fight are you in?
I am right now checking out the run.
Sounds good.
The run and the other team.
Indeed. The run versus the other team.
Can't say the other team's name.
Stomp You coming in with a big 41 AGS back against Watch Under there.
And the other team.
Watch
really
Under
funny.
coming in with a spec there on Stomp on Prayer, hitting basically nothing. Stomp with another AGS spec off Prayer on Watch Under, hitting nothing. Gonna jump over to the 52% Belasting fight to see if that's gotten started yet. It has not. What about the Rat Lords fight? Rat Lords are fighting now.
Bounty
Big
07
spec.
taking a big declaw spec. Big, yeah, that's huge. All right, Ethan, what would you prefer, an AGS or declaws?
Man, that's really tough to say.
62 AGS spec, unbelievable.
I was about to go one way and now I'm back the other. I mean, both are incredible weapons. I think it really comes down to RNG. I think for some of these fights, I'd rather have the AGS, that increased accuracy that you're gonna get. I think you'll just hit a little bit more often. You see more 0-0-2-2s coming out of the claws than you do zeros out of the AGS. But I mean, as chat said earlier, it's either a 0 or a 75 with that AGS. So sometimes it just feels real bad.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go back to the run fight real quick.
Top back over.
We got a level 107. Panino.
Doll Panino, the greatest name in history. Every single time.
Every single time. This guy, he comes out and he performs.
Interesting that Doll here is on a med instead of being on a maxed account. We've seen Doll on a maxed account every other tournament before, so he must think something's up with the med.
Yep, the med is OP.
That is a great point in chat.
Ooh, a 53 AGS whack on Watch Under. Stomp U putting in some work. Look at Stomp U's inventory, Ethan. He's only used one brew.
Wow, Stomp is really
Declaw spec.
dominating.
Stomp was able to tank that declaw spec very well, only taking 4 damage, I believe.
Doll is just doing really well against Ernie here for being on a med.
Let's get a doll spam in the chat, guys. The underdog is performing super well. Dolly boy. Ooh, a 4 AGS spec on Watch Under. Stomp You needed a big hit there. Ernie taking a 24. A Ballista hit is 0. I will say, if you can DD after Ballista hit, that's actually very, very good, because I'm not positive, actually. I think that in this server, is the Ballista the same speed as the crossbow? I know in the real game it's not, but in this server it might be the same speed. Can we get a confirmation on that?
Stomp You just whacked a 49 there on Watch Under. That's something brought up in chat where one chat member was saying that they'd rather bring claws, but somebody else brought up that after claws spec is used, it's pretty much useless. We saw Stomp You there just whack a 49. You can't really do that with claws, so that's another big advantage to the AGS.
But the positive about claws is that it's a much faster speed. So like you can get a claw hit and then your next hit can come a lot quicker than an AGS spec. If that makes any sense.
Absolutely.
And
comboing a claw
Watch Under being taken out
with something like a heavy ballista is a really good combo with that big follow-up hit after the claws. What were you going to say there?
You just like to see when guys die, they say good fight. That's respectable. It's what you like to see. We don't like a toxic environment here. I respect that. If you die, go out with some respect. How's Doll doing?
Doll is fighting like a trooper. I mean, honestly, probably going to win this fight against Ernie.
Ernie, 3 brews to Doll, 3 brews, but 2 anglers. Oh, hitting a 34 with that ballista. Big hit.
Ernie not bringing the ballista here could put him at that disadvantage.
Absolutely.
The ballista is another one of those weapons, like with the AGS, where you get a lot of damage with 0 spec, and that's really big, having those big hitting moves without spec. I mean, it helps when you're trying to catch people off prayer and you get a lucky 50. It uses a lot of brew doses.
Yeah, absolutely. 27 spec from Stomp U. Ernie down to 2 doses of brew left.
The run definitely going to take this game here,
Ooh,
and good fight.
Huge stack there. Looks like
All right.
they perfected the other team, not a single one down.
Hopping into the 52% blasting versus ST fight here. Actually, let's check out Black Gang versus Dizzy. We've got final mocks here going down for Black Gang, putting them down 3-1. It looks like Dizzy's going to take this game here. Ratlord's taking the first game against Kashayar as well. 52% blasting is the last fight here versus Solid Tag.
Oh, let's watch Vegas. This is always fun. So LeBron James, everybody, fighting Gen X.
Also,
Gen X almost
ahead.
out. Vegas still having a little bit of food left.
They're up 1 man as well. Solid Tag is here, so it looks like they're in a very advantageous position to go up 1-0 here.
Yeah, absolutely. Ooh, a 34 barrage. Jeez. Looks like Gen X is out, and looks like Vegas will be moving on.
Gen X killing himself with the recoil.
The coward's way up.
$3v1 here for Solid Tag. I mean, can't ask for much more than that.
Vegas wants to take them all. Look at this. Vegas is taking LKJ after just feeding the other guy. Let's see. LKJ is 3 doses of brew versus Hamza, who's got 2 doses with 3 anglers. So Vegas does have the advantage here. He Jeffrey Epstein's himself. Unbelievable commentary, Blue Wire.
LKJ out of food completely here. Looks like the only member on what's left of ST out of food is Marshmallow. The other 2 both have brews. It's going to be really hard for LKJ here to 3v1.
I would say it's almost impossible. Unless your name is Vegas, I don't know what's going to happen.
And he's fighting against Vegas. Probably doesn't make his odds very good.
Ooh, but big spec there.
Relax your mind.
Looks like your stream might be lagging a little bit here, Ethan. Is it lagging for anybody else, or is it just Logan? Might just be Logan. It doesn't look laggy on my end.
I'm seeing 0 drop frames still, but if we're seeing any issues, always let me know, chat. Marshmallow taking off his armor. Sort of swagging out. Vegas doing the same.
Wow.
Staff bashing with the Kodai wand.
Oh my god, just disrespecting him.
Can't ask for much better than this.
And taking him out with the 22 bolt there.
Relax your consciousness.
Solid Tag looking very, very good.
Waves sink beneath the fluctuations on your
All right, I bet this Ratlord's fight is underway. It is indeed. Looks like Ebe going in there with a D-claw spec on Bounty 07.
sink in
Bounty 07 coming back in with a D-claw spec on Ebe, though, taking him pretty low.
Feel the deep knowing that lies in this wisdom body. Feel the fluctuations of your mind sink back down again, like resting into the depths of your wisdom body.
Ooh, a big declaw spec on Cash. Static Hider doing some work.
Jumping to the run fight, it looks like they're actually up 3-2 versus the other team. So I think Dal Panino might have won his first fight just really early on against the other team, and now they're in that advantageous 3v2 situation.
Perfect state
That's
of balance.
crazy if he took him out that early on. Look, he has a full inventory of food left. He must have killed him with a spec.
Feel the healing
Must
light
have.
radiating through every cell of your being.
That 52% blasting versus what's left of ST fight is starting in 5 seconds, so we've got a new fight coming in there, but I'm gonna go back to the Black Gang versus Dizzy fight.
Feel the deep knowing that lies
Check that out for a
in
minute.
this wisdom
Final mocked here, fighting against Cassie Davis. Cassie Davis, a name we've seen time and time again in these fights.
Cassie Davis.
Cassie
Ooh,
with
Cassie
the
Davis
48 whack.
hitting a 48 on the tank final. Look at finals, he got a DDS in it. Very interesting setup.
Finals got some interesting gear for sure.
Cassie's got a pretty, Cassie's got a shield swap. She's got the Arcane and the DFS.
With the Royal Seed Pod, just in case he needs to teleport. Taxi Man taking a lot of damage from Gennady up there at the top. Looks like Cassie has a good bit more food here than Final Mock. Let's check out these other battles that are going on. Diff Wafa, super low food. Looks like 0-0 has just been dominating. I mean, Diff is definitely going to lose that fight. So that will be putting Dizzy up in an advantageous 3v2 situation. We've only seen a team come back from that man down once so far.
And of course, that was the LeBron James.
Vegas himself. Diff going
Wow,
down.
Diff going down. Look at how much food 0-0-0 has left. Final getting very low. Taking a 35 bolt right there.
Final and Gennady do not have a lot of food left. Gennady, though he has 5 separate brews with doses left, they're all 1 dose. So, and he only has 1 other 2 dose down there, so he's not got a lot of brew left.
Let's go ahead and move to the Rat Lords fight.
Sounds like a great idea.
Static Hider versus Cash. Bounty of 7 versus Evie. I'm not sure to pronounce his name.
Looks like Ebe is running really low on food there and does have the Ancestral on him, so getting that taken out really early will be really good for Kashayar. I Love Traps with Ancestral also pretty low though against Black as fuck, so it looks like the Ancestral sets might just be losing their fights on both teams.
Yeah, wow. Very, very interesting to see that. Yeah, Black as fuck is actually destroying I Love Traps. Absolute domination.
It looks like Black as fuck also has a spec. Yep, he just used it there. I Love Traps only at 20% spec, so not going to get anything out anytime soon. Looks like Static Hider did win his fight though. I Love Traps about to get taken out here, going for that redemption.
Wow, he's able to get the redemption prayer. I Love Traps. Very clutch there.
A few more doses of sand fuse, so if he gets lucky on those, he could stay alive for a bit longer and take a few more of these brew doses.
Taken out there with a 22 blitz.
Kasha Yar down to their last player. Bounty 07 with no food left. But taking down Ebe.
Wow.
And Bounty just gives up his life now. He just really wanted to kill Eve, is what he was saying. So just lets it go. Static Hider actually a moment ago. Static Hider did pull off of that fight to let Bounty finish it. So I mean, Static showing some respect there.
Absolutely.
Back into that 52% blasting versus solid tag fight. Really spread out. The two DDs actually up north just swapped on each other.
It's interesting. I wonder why they did that.
Wanted to keep doing damage, you know?
Absolutely.
Looks like No Warning is about to die. Marshmallow still has some food left. Definitely going to be taking that.
Absolutely. Wow. No Warning being taken out there. Looks
like Solid Tag is in a really good position here. They've got food left in many of their members' inventories. LKJ is about to get taken out as well. I mean, it's going to take a miracle here from Gen X with those 2 brew doses left to take all of those members out.
Yeah.
A bit more than a miracle, it looks like.
Yeah, almost impossible, I would say.
All right. What's left of ST defeating 52% blasting. Moving on here to that top 4. Exciting to see.
I'm doing well in HJVM. Thanks for asking. All right, while we're waiting for this next fight to start, I'm going to take a 30-second break. I will be right back, guys.
We've got about 150 seconds until this next match, so everybody go grab some popcorn, go grab a bit of a water refresher, you know, make sure you're not sitting there dying of thirst. Get your chips ready. We're about to get into these semifinals. Super exciting to see. After these semifinal matches here, which will be Dizzy versus Rat Lords and what's left of ST versus The Run, we'll have a 3rd place match between the losers. And after that losers 3rd place match, we'll move on into the finals. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Really excited to see who moves on to the finals here. Mafia, the commentators today are at Mutamu RS, who is a fellow streamer here and PKer. My name is Pseudofox. I've been around in the community for a while, trying to just bring an extra level of commentary and stream production to this. I appreciate the feedback. We're always looking to do better here, so make sure if any of you guys in chat are enjoying the show or have criticisms, make sure you bring those to us so we can continue to improve and create awesome experiences for you guys. Trying to do our best given the limitations, so we definitely appreciate all the feedback. Jas, if you've got any feedback for how we can improve the commentary, we'd definitely love to hear that. Both Mutamu and I are PKers ourselves, so if we can incorporate anything else into the commentary, we'll definitely look to implement those that feedback. So really appreciate all of the feedback coming in chat. So these next games will get started in about 30 seconds here. So getting ready to tuck into that. All right.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
All good. Hopping into the Rat Lords versus Dizzy fight. We've been getting some great chat interaction while you've been gone. Good call out from somebody in chat, which could be that we could talk about some switches being missed or some mess ups that the guys are doing when we manage to spot those. There is a lot going on screen, so we definitely do miss those sometimes, but that's definitely a great call out and something we can look to implement.
Oh, we got Cassie Davis in this fight. Always like to watch Cassie.
Cassie, a very OG member of these Clan Cups. Rat Lords, an original team as well. It's nice to see these old timers getting to fight once again here in Clan Cup 3. Thanks everybody for tuning in, by the way, to this third Clan Cup. We really appreciate all of the turnout here. So ready to hop into these semifinals and finals.
Ooh, Cassie Davis going for a declaw spec. It was off prayer, but it was a very small hit. Cassie giving some great movement and going for the blitz. Perfect one-tick switching right there, actually. Cassie Davis getting frozen pretty far away.
Black with the huge declaw spec.
Taken out. You're right, Black had a huge declaw spec right there. Black constantly switching back into tank gear after each hit. A very veteran move right there.
Looks like 0-0 is having a lot of trouble keeping up. Cassie and E both have their Ancestral, and they're fighting each other this time, so we aren't getting that mismatch in Ancestral versus non-Ancestral gear. Taxi Man taking a lot of damage from Static there, up off Prayer. Static hitting a 22 barrage on Prayer. Taxi's super scared of that melee spec, keeps flicking to that Prayer.
Yeah, you gotta play defensive on that melee Prayer. Specs can actually take you out before you're out. Look at that, Cassie Davis getting a huge declaw spec. Like he took a big declaw spec. Cassie Davis taking a 21 and a 1 and a 7 there. Cassie Davis taking a lot of damage.
Good freeze catch on Cassie there, getting the DD to stop taking that immediate damage, heal up, get potted back into a good position, then try to start outputting damage on Eve. Just slow that roll. If you get that momentum built up on one side, the DD is sometimes the only way to stop that in these 1v1 fights.
You're absolutely right. Eve is doing a lot of damage on Cassie right now. Although Cassie does seem to take the lead in this fight right now, having more bruise than Eve. But it's very close. It could go either way right now.
Black versus Zeros down here, a fight that we haven't been paying as much attention to. Black with the food advantage for sure against 0-0. I'm going to go ahead and hop over to that other fight, though, the What's Left of ST versus the, the Dizzy versus Rat Lords fight, really. I was already in that fight. Goodness gracious, I'm brilliant. Hop to the What's Left of ST versus the Run fight. I was like, I could have sworn I was in that fight, but it just looked weird to me. Anywho, in the What's Left of ST fight. Wait, Dal Panino is now level 126, so went from being a med to being a maxed account real quick. Dal actually getting low on food though versus Awagi. Awagi up here. Stomp going for the AGS smack against Vegas, not hitting anything. Vegas getting that melee prayer up. Both Stomp and Vegas pretty even in food here. Marshmallow versus Damaged. Damage is actually down in food on the run side of things. So Marshmallow, again, doing really solid for his team. Marshmallow seems to be a really consistent performer here for what's left of ST.
Absolutely. Solid Tag, you know, they always seem to make their way pretty far in these tournaments. I'm pretty sure they've won one before too. I think we've seen Ratlords and Solid Tag win, but I'm not positive. Someone needs to check that.
I am pulling up the original Clan Cup. So the first Clan Cup we had Bark win, and
Bark.
Solid Tag did not make it far in that tournament. I don't even believe they were a competitor. Solid Tag did compete in the second tournament and actually were to lead it, destroyed first round by Ratlords and removed from the tournament. So
Wow.
Solid losing last time, making a much bigger run this time. Again, we'll
Solid
see if
Tag's
they
always
meet
been
up with
a
the
favorite.
Ratlords.
They've always been taken out pretty early. Very interesting. They're making it very far this round though. Marshmallow taking out double 52 damage, getting taken out of the game. Oh my lord. That was crazy. Damage Taha just did some incredible DPS right there.
I believe Damage is out of food as well, doing all of that
He is.
damage.
He just tanks a declaw spec there.
Dalpanino
That was
also out of food.
unbelievable. That was 104 damage in 2 hits while being out of food. That's crazy. This man must be paying Qatar. And
Dalpanino going down.
Dalpanino's been taken out. By the way, guys, I was kidding about the paying comment. Don't take that seriously.
All right, hopping over to the Ratlords versus Dizzy fight. Ratlords down one man. Dizzy getting taken, or Taxi getting taken out on the Dizzy side. A huge swing, and Ratlords win. Oh my goodness, Ratlords were down a man,
Wow.
and then bam, they won.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is crazy. So yes, it is confirmed that the crossbow, the orbital crossbow, and the ballista are the same speed on Roat, and they are not the same speed on the regular game. Something to be looked into potentially. Thank you, Chop, for saying that, bro. We love you too.
Stomp is going to have to pull off a miracle here, but Stomp does have a brew left, so he might be able to take out Vegas, but then turning that around onto Awagi is going to be incredibly difficult with Awagi having 2 brews left, basically.
Absolutely.
Stomp did not want to use that brew there. Forced into it. Stomp in an impossible position here. Huge hits coming out from
name.
Stomp.
We will have Qatar look into both of those things, man. And it has been... The fight is over.
Solid Tag up 1-0. Dizzy
you
versus
think happened in
Ratlord
this
starting in
fight?
20 seconds.
The bracket, let me go ahead and... oh, the bracket's there.
All right. Can Cassie Davis carry his team to a 1-1 situation and not get eliminated by the Ratlords here in the semifinals? That's the question we're all asking ourselves. Ebe definitely trying to reverse that narrative, trying to ensure the Ratlords move on to the finals here with a clean 2-0 sweep. Quick
Static
spec.
Hider just getting a 27-27 on melee prayer declaw spec. Wow.
Ebe
Did not
going for
even
the
know that was
DFS spec early on, only hitting an 11. It looks like Dizzy is actually Bark from our last Clan Cup. So Bark making it super far. I actually believe Bark made it far in both tournaments. Bark lost in Clan Cup 2 in the semifinals and won Clan Cup 1. So we'll see if Dizzy can actually turn this around and make it as far as they have in the past.
Absolutely. Oh, a 71 AJ spec on Black. Oh my gosh. Oh, just doing some work right now, guys.
Dal Panino is Bark, so the run is Bark. Got it.
Yeah, it's the run. Juicy, I do believe it's just you. I do not think the stream is laggy at all.
Cassie taking a lot of damage here, trying to turn this around on Static, but Static is not letting up. Choosing to simply run away. Hopping back over to the other fight, let's see if that's gotten started here. It looks like both teams are waiting at this time. They're about to engage in this other fight. Damaged with the first barrage out onto Vegas with a 35 off prayer. 34 on prayer.
Wow.
Damage brought a lot of damage early on against Vegas.
Looks like Black might be a little bit down in this fight against 000. 000 doing a lot of movement, kind of running vertically though. You want to be in these fights. You become kind of predictable. You want to run around. You want to make sure you're using diagonal movement, side movement, not just vertical. Half of these fights are just mind games, and you got to make sure that you're being very unpredictable.
Damage is definitely up in food in this fight against Vegas. Hopping back over to the other fight really fast to see if anything's going on in the Dizzy vs. Ratlords fight. Black has very little food left against 000. 000 managing to turn that around a little bit. Eve versus Taxi Man here looks very even. Eve maybe slightly down. Cassie Davis versus Static Hider. Cassie is completely out of food, and Static with multiple brews left. I think Cassie's going to be taken out here. 60% spec on Cassie. Going to try to get that claw spec off before he goes out. On prayer. Only doing 8 damage. Very unfortunate for Cassie there.
Now, if Ratlords does win this, they do move on to...
Yes, indeed. They do move on to the finals if this is a win for them. So that's super exciting for them to see. Looks like Static Hider doing a lot of damage down here to 0-0.
Wow, big declaw spec on Static Hider.
Gonna be
And someone
pulling
just
up.
died. I missed who it was. but it looks like it's tied 2-2. Oh, taking a lot of damage right now. He is down to 3 doses of brew and 1 angler. Static Kaido, the person he's fighting, is 1 dose brew left but full HP. So it's kind of even.
Definitely.
They're both out and both relatively the same HP. This could go anywhere right now, Ethan. This is really close. This is coming down to the wire. Ooh, a huge 37 AGS whack from 0-0. But now he's frozen. And, wow, this is crazy. This is insane. A 33. Oh my God. He just blood barraged, I'm pretty sure, 33 while having Duroc plate legs on. That's crazy.
Oh, the 57.
Oh my God. They
The
both
double
died.
elim.
Oh my God.
That
so
was
who took that
hilarious.
win?
That's a fabulous question. I think it was Dizzy.
I think it was Dizzy as well. It should have been them. That was nasty.
Back into the what's left of ST versus the run fight. Doll Panino versus Marshmallow. Big fight I'm interested in the top left here. Marshmallow slightly down on food versus Doll. Damaged, completely out of food against Vegas. Vegas
Rat
also
Lords
out of
won
food.
that, by the way.
Rat Lords won. Got it.
Yeah, because Eve was alive still.
You were right. Eve is on Rat Lords. I was blanking. Damage and Vegas here. It's going to be interesting to see who goes out first. Both being out of food. Vegas taking a big hit from damage there off prayer with the ranged.
Wow. This is what we love to see. This is coming down to the last second. This fight. I love watching this. Wow, a lot of zeros going on right now.
Vegas a moment ago.
Ooh, Vegas wins. Of course, LeBron James putting the team on his back yet again.
Vegas only 15 HP, no food left to spare. Marshmallow out of food here versus Doll. Doll with 1 brew dose left. Marshmallow trying to run away. Doll with a nice hit off prayer with that ballista, getting Marshmallow down to basically 1 HP. 4 left, and down he goes.
Wow.
All right. Looks like Solid Tag here, definitely on their back foot. Can they turn this? Can Iwagi turn this around for his team?
They did win the last fight, though, so even if they lose this, they still have another chance to make it to the finals. And it looks like Iwagi going down. We will be going into round 3.
We've got about 2 minutes before that next round starts. Super excited to get into this last semifinals game here. The Run versus what's left of Solid Tag. It's going to be really interesting to see if the Run can pull this off. We know they've made it far in past tournaments. Will they be able to do the same here?
We'll find out very soon.
With the Rat Lords having won, sitting in grand finals right now, this match will decide who plays against them in the finals. The loser of this match will meet Dizzy in the third place match just after this. So super excited to see the third place match, but even more excited to see those grand finals between these two best teams.
Right. Rat Lords are Rat Lords undefeated so far? Can we confirm this?
Having not dropped a single round this time,
Yeah.
that might be the case. Actually, I believe they lost one to Dizzy, did they not? Or unfortunately, I don't have a great way to pull that statistic up.
Yeah, I'm not positive. They 2-0'd Dizzy.
All right.
We got Hamza leading the boys into their final fight. This could be the last fight they see today. The winner of this will make their way into the finals.
About to engage here. Damage sitting on the south side, waiting. Going for that first
We got
barrage.
Vegas fighting on damage.
Spec coming
big
out.
declaw spec right off the back. Wow. And a 23 bolt to follow. And a 33 bolt to follow. Vegas is on one. Look at that. Declaw spec 27 to 27. Oh my gosh.
Vegas is just going in. Dal Panino going in with the spec.
Is a threat. He is a threat.
Marshmallow taking Stomp U very low with those declaw specs. Getting taken super low himself back by Stomp though.
Looks like they're just kind of at a standstill right now. Damage versus Vegas. Vegas goes in for the bolt 13. Trying to catch a freeze right now. Looks like Damage caught the freeze and just staff bashed him after when going for the DD. He got a 4 damage declaw spec on him. Vegas is really out DPSing him like quite a bit right now. He has a 1 DFS spec though. That's going to be big.
Vegas definitely lost a bit of momentum there.
He had so much to start though.
Awagi picking up some momentum in this other fight versus Dahl.
And get this, Vegas already has 30% specs back, and he's already used 2 of them. That's why you go for those specs early in the fights, guys. He could very easily get 4 specs in this one fight. Oh, a 27-27 declaw spec on Vegas, getting a little taste of his own medicine. He had the exact spec on him earlier in this fight.
Low spec
Looks like
from
Vegas
Vegas.
goes for, yeah. Going for the freeze on Tank Gear and Mage Prey, not going to hit. Gets that 7 bolt in. Goes in for 27 barrage with the Ferrex plate skirt on. Wow. Quite a lucky hit right there.
Dahl again taking a lot of damage from Awagi. Stomp coming in with the declaw spec there on Marshmallow, doing a lot of damage. Stomp a little bit up in food. Wow, Stomp just coming in with that huge AGS spec. That must have not been Stomp's declaw. It must have been Marshmallow's, because he just whomped a 67 with that AGS.
Just to clear up everything, guys, I'm not a member of Rot, just so you guys know. This is not me. Boss is trying to spread rumors out here. Wow, we got Hamza talking so much trash.
Damage really low on food. I mean, you can talk that trash when you're winning your fights.
He's just outplaying Damage so bad. Damage has 2 doses of brew in 1 angler, and Vegas has 4 full brews practically in 1 angler.
Looks like Dahl is also getting really low on food versus Awagi here, trying to run away. Awagi's also pretty low though. Is Marshmallow out of food? Marshmallow is. Stomp only with a dose left. About to take out the first member of
Well, this
what's
could
left
go
of
either
ST.
way right now, Ethan. Stomp you versus Marshmallow could go either way right now.
It really could.
Again, this is what you like to see right here. This is exciting. The winner of this fight, oh man,
God,
this is
that
huge for the
freeze.
team. Oh, the 10 kills Stomp you. Looks like Marshmallow will take the lead for his team. Solid tag.
Marshmallow's been
3-2.
clutch. The LeBron James here just stepping in, being a god. Trash talking a little bit, or a lot of bit.
I wouldn't say a little bit. I'd say a lot bit. Oh, that nice declaw spec from Dahl. And Solid Tag will move on to the final round.
So we've got Solid Tag versus Rat Lords, I believe, in the finals. And it will be Dizzy versus The Run, who I believe the runner Bark. So we've got Bark vying for third here again. I believe Bark got third in our last Clan Cup as well,
Yeah, I
after
think
winning
they
the
did.
first. We will now be hopping into the semifinals.
Very excited. Wait, I thought that was the semifinals.
Excuse me, the third place match. You were very right. Moving out of the semifinals into the third place match.
Yeah, there is definitely going to be a third place match.
Yes, we will be having a third place match here.
Qatar is moving it right now, and he's taking care of the third place match. Don't worry, guys. Just bear with us for a second. We're going to be doing a third place match first, so fourth and third place contestants right now will battle it out to get the third place and fourth place prize. After that, we will go on to the finals, which will be best of 3, same exact thing that we have been doing, and the winner, best out of 3, will take it all. 300 and is it 350 mil or 300 mil? I don't remember exactly how much first place gets.
Juicy, just so you know, you can PK right away
300.
if you want to hop in. First place will be 300 mil OSRS and an in-game statue. Second place will be 180 mil OSRS. And third place, so this match we're watching right now, is for 90 mil for the winner. The losing team will only get 30 mil, and that's definitely a huge difference, 10 versus 30 mil for each player. We know they want to win this.
Absolutely. All right, looks like the guys have gone into the lobby. Dizzy versus the Run.
We've got 2.5 minutes until this fight gets started. This is a classic. Dal Panino versus Cassie. Seen this one a few times before.
Oh, absolutely. So we got Benga, Hamza, and Bilgetti on one team versus Ebe, Abu, and Golf. 6 very talented PKers. Welcome to the chat, Hamzi. Unbelievable performance so far. All right, good luck to both teams. We will be starting in 50 seconds.
Who do you all want to see win this game? Make sure to post in chat, The Run or Dizzy. Let's get that clan support going in chat.
Absolutely.
It's tough here. Do you root for Dal Panino or for Cassie? I mean, I'm personally a Dal Panino kind of man.
I'm a big fan of Dal Panino over here. I mean, I don't know. It is going to be hard to take out Vegas and the boys.
It is. Vegas is a really solid PKer. The fight's starting already up north.
Zero AGS back on Stomp U. He was able to tank that very well. Stomp U and 000 fighting 0-0, taking a 26, giving him a 26 bolt, following a 21 barrage by Stomp U. Very even fight there so far. Dal blissing a 24 on Cassie and an 18 to follow.
Welcome to
All
the
these
chat
fights
here.
are very even. Welcome to the chat, Cure. Nice to have you here, man. Glad that I can affect your sleep cycle. What's up, Judo XBL?
Stomp getting pretty low here against 0-0. Cassie also getting really low there. Cassie and Taxi. Those are very easy to mess up.
Yeah, absolutely. We got Taxi Man trying to make some movement. He's freezing damage. Oh, he didn't catch a freeze. He was immune at that time. Damage running back into him. Goes for the DFS. Unable to hit, but he got hit a 35. Damage needs to take off. He needs to put on some tank gear in between these mage hits.
Taxi has absolutely got the advantage against damage there. How is Cassie doing versus Doll Panino? Cassie winning the fight versus Doll so far. So we've got a bit of a backward story.
Doll is taking a lot of damage. Cassie is performing like she normally does. Or he. Most likely a he.
If we had to assume. All right, going south to the east of Mage Bank, 0-0 versus Stomp U here. Looks like Stomp is slightly ahead and has the ancestral gear. So will he be able to turn that advantage into a more material food advantage? Big damage coming in on damaged from Taxi up here. Doll attempting to go for the spec and getting frozen by Cassie. Good freeze time from Cassie there.
Big damage coming in on damage.
That's always fun. Cassie trying to catch the freeze there on Doll. Doll only with one brew left. Cassie has a huge food advantage there against Doll. Doll is going to have to do some major damage to turn that around.
It's going to be tough.
Checking that fight out
possible.
to the south.
Definitely possible.
Definitely possible. Huge 55 from Taxi Man on damage there.
Oh, yeah.
AGS spec coming in off prayer. Big 36 from Cassie against Doll there with that barrage. Doll now basically out of food. Cassie still with 2 brews left. Doll definitely managed to turn this around a bit, but is it enough? Doll with the big specs. Off prayer there on Cassie. Catching Cassie off guard. That's a huge turnaround. Cassie now only with 1 brew left and getting hit super low. This could really go either way.
Ooh. Damage has been taken out by Taxi, who has quite a bit of food left. He's got almost 4 full brews left. That's huge.
Doll and Cassie out of food here. Taxi stepping in. Just playing with him.
Just toying with him.
Going for the back and forth
Cassie.
switches.
Wow,
Cassie.
who's going to win this fight between Cassie? Oh, Cassie takes the win with a 41 bolt. Wow, Cassie showing the smiley face. Very happy to take that win. They're up 3-1. Looks like they're not going to lose a single member in this fight. Very, very strong performance.
Stomp does have a decent bit of food left, but it's going to be a really difficult battle. Cassie with a huge 41 from that ACB.
Wow, that's the second 41 we've seen this fight. Cassie getting taken out. Stomp U's not going down without a fight here, guys.
Stomp does have some
It looks
brews
like-
left, but
If he wins this fight, this will be the craziest fight of the tournament so far. I don't think he will, though.
It would be a huge comeback. I mean, with only 2 brews left.
He's outnumbered by both people with food right now. And there's only one of him.
Pkz there, getting that AGS spec off through the DD. With the AGS, he could hope for some big off prayer whacks, but you're asking for a lot from RNG.
He'd have to get very lucky.
0 there off prayer with that AGS whack. Not what you like to see if you're Stomp U.
No, Stomp U can't be happy to see that.
Oh, the 45 off prayer. That's what he needs.
Absolutely. He needs to be throwing in some blood barrages here to get some hit points back. 37 AGS spec on him. Nothing he can do about that.
Still going for the ice blitz.
He's probably brewed down.
Brewed back up all the way, going for his last Sandfew dose. With no use of blood spells, that's really rough.
Yeah.
Had he been mixing those in this entire time, he probably would be a lot more positive on HP right now.
It'd be a different fight for sure. Tanking the AGS spec though.
Lucky on that one. Trying to throw the
Taxi Man is out of food. And 0-0 has one. Oh yeah, he's done. No chance he can win this one. Yep. Oh, the redemption prayer. Doing really well though. We have to say, you got to give it up for Stomp U. He's doing phenomenal right now.
Performing for sure. 0-0 though with that full dose, full brew left. I mean, what can you do from Stomp U?
He's been taken out. Yeah, great fight by Stomp U, but unfortunately it was not enough.
So Dizzy taking game 1 here of the 3rd place match. Will Dizzy be able to pull it away here and win 2-0 for that 3rd place?
We'll find out here very shortly.
If you all are curious about how the tournament works, feel free to check out this forum post that goes over Clan Cup 3. It shows where these teams are spawning, how some of those fire mechanics work, and explains that round-by-round system a bit further. We explained at the beginning of the stream, but definitely something to check out if you're just tuning in.
All right, we got 59 seconds before this next fight starts.
So, are you predicting a quick 2-0 here from Dizzy, Mutamu, or you think the run is going to come back here and win a game?
It's so hard to say. Honestly, I think it's going to be a quick 2-0 win, but we will see. I can see it going either way. That's a guess, you know?
Same here. Definitely could see it going either way.
Both teams definitely very talented. All right, and the guys have gone into the fight.
Engaging immediately. No hesitation from either team here. I've noticed a lot less of the teams trying to hug the vents this tournament. There's a lot less of that kind of gameplay
44
action.
and 0-0. It seems like the ballista is definitely the move in these fights because it's the same speed as a crossbow, making it very overpowered.
42 on
42.
prayer.
Wow, that's crazy.
27-27 coming in for Cassie Davis against Damaged up there from the claw spec. Good to get those out early. Really high damage coming from Cassie. We've seen a lot of 27-27s.
Yeah, it seems to be a very common spec. Stomp You putting a lot of work on Taxi Man. Taxi Man specking a 10 on melee prayer. Stomp You hasn't used a single food yet, and Taxi Man is already down 3.
40
now.
on
Wow.
prayer.
This is crazy. Someone needs to do a drug test. I think there's some steroids going on.
I may be a donut and have missed that. That might have been off prayer.
Yep, you were a donut.
Damage there with that spec on Cassie on prayer, hitting very low. 0-0 creating some distance up here in the fight against Doll Panino.
Cassie. Cassie's taking a lot of damage right now. Looks like damage is... Well, you know what? I would say the fight's pretty even right now, actually.
Stomp You taking a lot of damage from Taxi all of a sudden. Taxi not letting up on the damage. Finally a splash there. Off prayer on Stomp as well. Taxi getting a lot of off prayer hits. Stomp trying to turn this around, see if he can catch a freeze. Nope, Stomp getting frozen. Not what he likes to see. All right, finally catching that freeze on Taxi. Damage with that claw spec against Cassie. Cassie catching the second half of it with that melee prey.
This Stomp You versus Taxi Man fight seems very interesting as well. It could go either way.
Cassie super low. Not eating up at half HP. All right, finally safing up there.
Dreaming about dreams which never come true.
Huge 57 from Stomp You there on Taxi. That AGS
Wow,
really
you're
pulling
right.
through.
Welcome to real life.
Down looking at this
Stomp
Cassie
You
versus
game.
Damage fight.
Let's watch that one. Seems to be pretty even in terms of amount of food left. Looks like Damage might have a bit of a lead right now.
Definitely so. Both of these with the Ancestral sets. Power players here for both of their teams.
Power players, absolutely.
Doll with a spec on 0-0 there with very little damage coming out from the declaws. Stomp and Taxi, extremely similar food. Stomp slightly down. Taxi was going on a rampage earlier, so that definitely makes sense.
0-0 is definitely losing to Doll Panino right now. Check that out.
Definitely so. Doll, only by a little bit though. 0-0 could turn this around with some lucky hits.
Oh, he definitely could.
Cassie Davis getting that melee prey up to stop damage claw spec there, only hitting one. Huge for Cassie to avoid that. $20 AGS coming out from Taxi there against Stomp You.
Cassie Davis out of food. Damage still has quite a bit left.
Stomp U is out of food. On the other side, throwing on Redemption against Taxi. Stomp U managing to pull off one of those Redemptions. Huge hit back onto Taxi. Taxi down to 1 brew left. Stomp with another clutch Redemption. Cassie going down before Stomp.
Wow.
And Stomp falls. Very close timed fights. Dal Panino completely out of food against 0-0 here. 0-0 also out of food.
Dalt's getting taken out of the game.
So we've got 2 members left on Dizzy, but both are actually extremely low. If Damage is able to turn this around quickly on 0-0, he does have a chance here against Taxi Man.
Big chance, big chance.
Oh my goodness, what a declaw spec from Damage. Perfect timing there. He's probably going to win this game.
Oh my gosh, he just won it.
What the turnaround. Damage. Incredible.
Damage. Let's go, dude. Wow.
That
Let's
was
get a Damage spam in the chat. That was awesome. Congrats. Congrats on the win, guys.
That was incredible.
All right. We're going to round 3, boys.
I have this random playlist on from YouTube, and You're Not the Boss of Me Now. The like Malcolm in the Middle theme song just comes on, and I'm just like,
oh my God, Malcolm in the Middle.
Took me by surprise, you could say. That was hilarious. All right, and we got music back in here now. I'm so mad. Thanks for all the interaction in chat. Glad you're loving the stream, man. Really glad you're here watching with us. Keep on keeping on in the chat. All right, so this match right here, starting in 12 seconds, is for an extra 60 mil in prizes. Third place, which this is the third place match, will get 90 mil, and fourth place will get 30 mil. That's a huge difference for these team members here, 30 versus 10 mil per person. You know they want to win, big stakes on the line. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Albie, we've got the final coming up right after this. Make sure you stay tuned. Super excited for that ourselves.
Ooh, a 40 right off the back on Stomp U.
Stomp U managing to catch that freeze, though. They got stuck under each other. Cassie going for that early claw spec on Damage, catching it off Prayer, but only hitting 1 damage. Dal Panino, on the other hand, on Prayer against Taxi, hitting pretty big, then getting a 51 Ballista. Huge damage there coming from Dal Panino.
Stomp U is also taking a lot of damage. 0-0-0 is putting in a lot of work right now.
Looks like Damage is putting in a lot of work against Cassie Davis as well. Right next door. Cassie Davis going for the spec there, catching it off prayer on damaged, hitting 26-26. Big damage coming out for Cassie. Cassie definitely, I believe, a little behind in this fight, so needing to turn that around a little bit. Stomp U definitely down against 0-0 after taking a bunch of damage, but managing to put a bit of damage back on 0-0, making him eat up a bit. Let's check how this Doll Panino versus Taxi Man fight is unfolding. Doll taking a lot of damage there. Looks like he is a little bit in the lead. Damaged, coming in with that D-Claw spec, not hitting much on Cassie off prayer.
It looks like Cassie and Damage are very even right now. Stomp U versus 0-0 also seems to be very even. Taxi Man versus Duel also pretty even.
This is absolutely the LMS beta. No, just kidding. This is Roat Pkz. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do in the chat. Check out their site. If you want to hop in and PK right now, you can do that. So make sure to check it out.
This is actually the WoW Classic beta, guys.
Yes, exactly. WoW Classic, Omega lol.
Actually, on second thought, this is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, guys.
Look at that quick scope by Cassie coming in hot.
360 no scope.
No problem, cheesy.
Hit markers 4 days.
We've got some huge ballistas coming out this fight so far. A few big Armadillo crossbow hits from Cassie as well. See how these fights are evolving.
Fighting happening right now. Cassie is in the lead from damage right now.
Looks like Taxi Man is a bit up on Doll Panino as well right now. Stomp U up against 0-0. Stomp has really turned this around.
Big time.
More DDing going on here. Cassie, though, creating a lot of distance. Stomp U trying to use the rocks to hug against and avoid damage from 0-0. Doll putting back in some awesome damage on Taxi Man. Taxi, though, catching the freeze. Oh, huge 42 from Doll there on Taxi with that. I believe that was the heavy ballista. Cassie getting nothing but zeros there against damaged with that D-Claw spec. Damaged coming in with a lot of damage, but out of food completely. Cassie with a little bit of food left. Looks like Cassie will win this fight against damaged.
Cassie is just a consistent performer.
And damage falls.
Damaged.
Looks like
Cassie
Dizzy
with no food left, though. Stomp U with quite a bit of food left. Fighting 0-0, who has also a decent amount of food left.
Looks like Dizzy might be pulling away with this a little bit. Stomp U does have some food left, but he's the only member on his team with any food whatsoever.
You're right, but he has a good amount. It could go either way, man.
It really could. Stomp U could pull off the 1v3. Doll might take out Taxi, actually. Or Taxi, sorry, not Cassie.
Ooh,
Doll
and he
does take out
Doll
Taxi.
takes out Taxi, leaving this fight 2-2.
Doll completely out of food, though.
He's been taken out. Cassie Davis and Stomp U. Wait, Cassie Davis is with 0-0-0, right?
Yes, Cassie and Zero. Zero is out of food, probably going to be falling soon here. Cassie also out of food. Stomp U with food left. I mean,
Stomp U could win
take
this.
this, yeah.
Stomp U looks like even though he's down 2-1, looks like he could definitely win this. This is kind of crazy, guys.
He might be in an advantageous situation, yeah, especially with that 0-0 falling, just kind of pulling that aggro for some reason. I don't know if that was a good decision to pull that aggro away from Cassie. He was too low. He got immediately killed.
Yeah.
Stomp is just eating up, not wanting to give Cassie any chance for RNG.
Stomp U definitely is going to win this one, guy.
Wow, Stomp
And
winning for the
Cassie
run.
Davis. The run, congratulations on taking 3rd place. Dizzy, congrats on 4th place. You guys both played very, very well. Thank you guys for competing.
Congrats on that 90 mil run players. 30 mil each, that's a nice payday.
All right, guys. Do you know what time it is now? Time for the finals.
All right, let's go ahead and grab the proper tunes for this.
We got a song for you guys that will get everybody hyped for this fight,
All right.
as they should be. This is the finals.
All right, let me go ahead. How long do we have? Let's go ahead and wait a moment until we get this this timer started, this countdown started in game. I'm gonna be pulling that up though, so we can get it ready.
And yeah, by the way, if you guys are asking, the commentator, me, Mutamu, that is my YouTube channel. If you guys ever want to check it out, in case you guys were wondering. But yeah, Ethan is pulling up a song that will get everybody hyped right now.
All right, this is grand finals here. It's gonna be really interesting to see Rat Lords versus what's left of ST. It's funny that ST Solid Tag lost so many members apparently, and yet is still pulling into the finals here. I mean, making sure they aren't looked down upon by the community, despite some of that negative sentiment at the beginning that I was seeing in chat.
Yeah.
Trying to take those bragging rights. All right, gonna get head into this lobby here. We've got 150 seconds until this next game starts. Let's go ahead and bring in the music transition. All right. Hope everybody has enjoyed the tournament so far. Thanks so much for tuning in. We really appreciate all the feedback in chat.
I agree. It's been a lot of fun for us to do this.
Blue Wire, you know I try to be smooth.
It is the final countdown. messaging coming your way.
Yeah, I'll pull up his webcam right now. No problem, guys. I'm here for the chat.
I'm excited to watch this, Ethan.
I'm super excited. All right, Miss King, I can only give you one more glimpse. Just look at that clean forehead. I mean, it's just basically the entire horizon. All right, we're hopping into game. Exciting. We've all been there, Blue Wire. We've had those. Vegas is ready to slap what he's calling the victims. I mean, that's pretty brutal. Looks like Rat Lords is just sitting up top here. Static hopping in for that initial hit. Going for the D claw spec really quick on Vegas. Vegas taking a bit of damage despite being on prayer.
I'm watching this Vegas fight right now. Vegas versus Static Hider. Static Hider going in for the DFS, hitting a 24. Vegas is Hamza. I'm not sure who Static Hider is. I guess
Static Hider's
is
been Static in all of these different clan cups so far. I believe that's a name I've seen before.
These are two unbelievable Pkz fighting each other right now. Very interesting fight. Static getting that 22 barrage. Ooh, a 35 bolt. Wow, Vegas is getting absolutely wrecked right now. It is primarily RNG, but he is getting just dominated right now.
Marshmallow is putting huge damage down on Eve as well.
Vegas getting an 18 on Static Hider.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam. Here's your chance, do your dance at the Space Jam. Alright.
Ethan, you gotta check out this Vegas fight, dude. This is not. Oh, you are watching. You are watching, and I see.
Absolutely, man. Vegas versus Static Hider, and Marshmallow Khan is 1013U. I had noticed Marshmallow at the very beginning of this being a really solid PKer. I could tell he was just had that slight edge over his opponent. So
my God, Vegas just took a 44 bolt, dude.
Damn,
he's
Static
already getting low on food. Ooh, a 27-27 declaw spec from Vegas. potentially.
This could be it all for Solid Tag, or can Rat Lords bring this to a game 3? That's the big question we're having here. Seconds until we get into this game, everyone. Who's excited?
I'm excited.
Who do you all in chat think is going to win? Is it going to be Solid Tag or Rat Lords? Make sure you let us know your opinions in chat. Let's see what Vegas can do here to carry his team to victory 2-0.
I'm following Vegas for this. I'm following Hamzi.
Awagi just running ahead.
Awagi is Leroy Jenkins it right now. Vegas can't catch the freeze on Static. Static catches the freeze on Vegas. Goes in for the DD right at the beginning of the fight.
Quick DFS spec hitting a 0 there. Same coming out from Awagi. Claw spec coming in from Black against Marshmallow. Marshmallow managing to get up the melee prayer there. Vegas going for that DFS spec into the Claw spec, hitting basically nothing on Static Hider.
Not a good D claw spec from Black as Fuck on Marshmallow. It was on prayer and was pretty much a waste. Same with Iwagi on Ebe. You got to make sure that these specs hit off prayer. Probably the most important part of these fights.
So much damage can come in with a good off
Ooh,
prayer
a
spec.
65 AGS spec on Black as Fuck from Marshmallow. 10-13 hitting a 65 AGS spec. Unbelievable.
Looked like Black was one tick behind on getting that melee prey up. So close to being safe.
Low hits happening right now. Everyone seems to be doing a pretty good job of getting their hits on prayer. Or defending on prayer, rather. A 46 on Ebe. How's Ebe doing on food? He's probably a little bit lower than Iwagi.
7 brews to Iwagi's like 7.5, a bit up. Static Hider versus Vegas. This is a fight I'm very interested in seeing. It looks like Vegas has about 6.5 brews left, where Static Hider on about 7 brews. So slightly up in Static Hider's favor, but definitely not decided yet whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Marshmallow with a big 36 on Black. Also very close in food. Black with a slight advantage, but Marshmallow turning the damage around on him right now. Getting that DD. Big 41 out from Iwagi with that bolt.
Ooh, a 30 on Vegas. Vegas a little bit lower than Static Hider again. On food, Static Hider performing super well. A huge D-Claw spec. And then a 33 barrage on Vegas. Vegas is getting beat right now. It is close though. He could still take the win. Vegas can still definitely come back. He's not down too far. A 32 blood blitz on him though. That's big. It's about 6 brews from Static to about 4 brews on Vegas.
Static last
Vegas
time
made some good
also
hits.
won the fight against Vegas, but then got pulled off at the last second by his teammate, saving Vegas's life, giving Vegas the opportunity to trash talk. We'll see if Vegas's team is able to come in and save him again, like last time.
It's 3 brews down to 4. Wow. Vegas coming back.
Marshmallow and Black still extremely even.
They're
Looks
all
like-
DDing on each other right
I
now.
know. Looks like Ebe is... How's Ebe doing here? Ebe is down in food to Awagi, definitely. Awagi definitely winning that fight. Gonna be interesting to see if he can save
It's 10.
Vegas again.
It is 10. It's 10 brew doses from Vegas to 9 from Static. Vegas has officially come back, and it is back to neck and neck.
That's incredible from Vegas's end. See if Marshmallow's caught up to Black here. Wow, Marshmallow has taken the lead from Black, so 10-13 taking the lead from Black. Will he be able to come back? It looks like Solid Tag.
Vegas has taken the lead. Wow. Vegas has come back, and he is up 6 brew doses to 3. Oh my gosh. You gotta watch this, Ethan.
Solid Tag has turned it around entirely across the map. I mean, they're up in food in every single fight now.
This is why we see Solid Tag in the championship fight right now. All of their team members are doing so well. I really thought that Vegas was out for the count. And he's back to being down. 1 brew dose to 2 brew doses. He is down.
He's got the DD here, though. Oh, great freeze from Static. Wow.
Ooh,
Vegas, though, with that claw spec.
Taking the D-claw spec. It was big on prayer, though. Nothing he could do about that.
Trash talk coming in from
Vegas.
Vegas.
Vegas looks like he's going to win. Ooh, huge D-claw spec. Oh, my gosh. He is down to 8 HP. He won the fight with 8 HP left. Unbelievable. And now he's back to talking trash, his usual self.
All right. Solid Tag looks like they're about to win this game.
Zoom in on Iwagi's helm. Wow. Ebe has been taken out. That is it. Congratulations. What's left of ST Solid Tag. Congrats on the win, taking first place in this year's Clan Cup, the 3rd Clan Cup ever. Winning 600 mil for their team, a 200 mil split each per person. And congratulations to the other team, Rat Lords, in taking home. Sorry, it wasn't 200 mil split each. That was wrong.
It's a
100
300
mil
mil
split each.
grand prize. Yep, with 100 mil
Yeah.
each.
Well, congrats to the other team taking home 180 mil. Great performance by everybody. Just great performance. Remember, everyone, to follow the channel, Roat Pkz. We will be streaming other Clan Cup tournaments and whatnot on it. Thank you guys so much. My name is Mutamu.
This is Pseudo Fox. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you check out that Roat Pkz forum linked in the chat, and we'll talk to you all guys on the next Clan Cup.
Peace out, guys.